So I suppose I should talk about the VA since that is what drove me to even start this channel. Um, I know I've already mentioned probably in my first video. Yeah, I don't know. I had to recreate so many times because it only allows me to record so long. Um, yeah, trying to get anything done with the VA is painful. My personal experience when I got out, trying to get them to do labs or refer me to the rheumatologist after the anthrax vaccination gave me autoimmune disorder called Sjogren's syndrome. Trying to get any kind of pain medication. I had 2 herniated discs in my back, which I was rated for. And I was on pain management at the end of my military time where they just do the injections in your back. I'm not a pill seeker. There's nothing in my history or medical records or anything that would even say as much, but they're all about saving money from helping the veterans. But if you had any idea how much money they waste on everything else, all the paper they waste, there's probably 20 sheets or more of instructions and information on every, and it's on legal forms, on every medication they send you in the mail, which they'll just keep sending, even if you're dead. Like I've heard other people say, I need to cancel my dad's recurring, so we're talking the money they're wasting on the medication when they're not even seeing the patient anymore. All the paper, plus all the mail, constant mail. Just like when you have an appointment, you get 50 million texts, 50 million phone calls, emails, and you get shit in the mail. Like all my mail would be just VA and maybe 1 or 2 other things. For most veterans who suffer PTSD, getting all that communication actually is more harmful. And it's almost like they do it intentionally. And like I said, when my back was in so much pain, they wouldn't give me anything more than Motrin for 2 herniated discs. Fortunately, at the time, I had a good job with medical coverage. And because my doctor, Dr. Lorinda, let me announce her name because she wasn't only a problem for this veteran, but many others, was all about saving money, not helping veterans. Leurinda in the Panhandle, Eglin Hospital, Eglin Seebach, they called it. It's the community outpatient care. Would only give me Motrin, and she wouldn't refer me to get an MRI. Amazing. So I got a private doctor to do it, and of course came back looking bad. Then she wanted to do it. Then she would, and the private doctor was doing the pain management again. I was getting the injections again, but they really wanted to do surgery. So I was trying to get the VA to cover it because, I was rated. She finally does the MRI and then never calls me about the results. The interesting part is that MRI actually showed up that I had some cysts on my ovaries as well. You don't think that that's important to let your patient know? Not only do you have these 2 herniated discs, but we also noticed some other things. That isn't the first time that happened, though. And, of course, I never got rated for it. It happened multiple times. So, they'll waste money on mailing shit, calling, harassing the veterans. And you'll have to give me 1 second. My computer's about to die. They're not really helping us. They deny us so many things. Like I couldn't even get my post 9/11 GI Bill because it's too late. I waited too long. I'm sorry I had a job and now I need it. Now I'm trying to get help and it's beyond the time to use the rehabilitation. It's beyond the time. It doesn't matter that I served 10 years. I'm not eligible anymore. I lost that. Yeah, they don't take care of us. And then when I became homeless, they put me in a homeless shelter, which was really a nightmare. There were cameras everywhere at this homeless shelter. Really weird. The people that worked there were driving Porsches and carrying around Louis Vuitton bags. What the fuck is really going on there? And this is in Clearwater, Florida, by the way. The moment I can't remember the name of it, started with an H. Het, something like that. I was there for a couple days, and it actually made my PTSD worse. The homeless men, homeless other guys that were there, were really awful, like making really disgusting comments. You know, it's one thing to catcall, you know, when you're out in the club, when you're out on the streets, but, you know, we're in this closed-in space. Have a little respect. Go fucking masturbate or something. Go love yourself. And stop treating us women like fucking pieces of meat. Like, I was like, I can't stay here between the cameras and then, you know, like them watching everything, and then they'll come up to you because they're watching them. And if you're doing something, you know, they're gonna, you know, like, that is fucking weird. Yeah, so I don't want anything to do with the VA. I have avoided, because every time I've gone there for anything, you know, the God complexes, these doctors think they know everything, and they're not going to listen to you because they know everything. You know, I had a rash on my back that just appeared out of nowhere, and it was weird. It was like a triangle right below my neck. And I did all my research online, you know, because, you know, that's what we do, you know, and it didn't match anything. She kept trying to tell me dermatitis. I said, nothing has changed. No different soaps, nothing. I mean, there was literally nothing. She gave me steroid cream. Went away. The minute I was done with steroid, came right back. Gave me non-steroid cream. Went away, came right back. I'm pretty sure I was right. Well, come to find out, it was something a little more, it was like a spiritual sickness. I just learned about that. I'm not even going to go into that right now because, I mean, I'm limited on the time I can record this. Called Kundalini rash. You can look it up. Called like awakening, ascension symptoms, whatever. Many people may not even believe in this stuff yet until you go through it. And I went through it the minute that I put that gun to my head. So, yeah, the VA, fuck them. You know, like the next time that I felt suicidal, I checked myself into a worse facility, honestly. Bayfront Medical in St. Petersburg, Florida. They held me against my will, drugged me up with so much Ativan it almost killed me. I don't take anything. My body's pretty clean. So my blood pressure was around 40 to 60 for about 24 hours. And my last Facebook post before, they shoved me in a ambulance against my will, Baker acting me at Tampa Behavioral, another that is committing insurance fraud. And that's what both of these are doing. Like, they're going to do whatever they can with the money that they can get if you're a veteran or you're on some kind of government insurance. They're gonna manipulate the system. My last Facebook post before I had my phone taken, all my friends were like, they knew something was wrong. I didn't make any sense. Yeah, because I was so fucking drugged up. They said I had some kind of opiates in my body or something. Who the fuck is lying? Like, I don't take any. I didn't even have anything like that on me. Believe me, that probably would have been better than living in my truck, like freaking out, stressing out, overwhelmed, not having any money to do anything, eat, much less take drugs. You know, like, where am I going to get those? So yeah, I was Baker acted at the Tampa Behavioral, North Tampa Behavioral, against my will. Dr. Din and Dr. Khan need to lose their licenses and they need to go to jail. They were abusing patients. We were like test subjects. I was locked in solitary confinement twice, which is the worst place. They can put somebody who's worked in a dark vault most of their career. I don't like closed-in spaces. All because I was being harassed by a guy that was working there. Somebody said they think he was a plug put there to aggravate the patients more so that they could claim we all had bipolar and put us all on antipsychotics. Dr. Din took me off a medicine that works for me, that's worked most of my life, but wasn't doing so much when you're living in hell, and put me on an antipsychotic. The next day I felt miserable. I wanted to kill myself. It was an awful drug. But if you didn't take it, they were going to hold you down and inject it into you. Are we in the United States? Because all your freedoms were taken there. and they delighted in it. There's something very wrong. The minute that I seemed like I was doing better, like after 2 days, I was feeling a little calmer. I just needed a break, a rest. She would do things like throw in extra pills, like do all this stuff without telling me. And then when I had to sit down and talk to her, the things that she would say, like fucking psycho. Like that lady must be on some serious drugs, but she belongs in jail. They let patients starve. If we even asked for soap, we were treated like shit there. They let one patient lay on the floor who has a very serious illness. The moment I can't remember the name of it either. POTS. They left her laying on the floor. They drug her around like a rag doll. She can't even walk now. Her parents have to take care of her. She was also intel in the military. Like, we're talking serious shit. She's so sick that she can't even go to a lawyer about it. And like I said, I tried to go to lawyers about all this stuff for all the other stuff that I saw was going on with these patients, and lawyers don't want to take it. So if if God doesn't want me to retaliate, it's not my job, it's those people's karma, and he's going to take care of it, then I'm at least going to speak up about it, because there's something serious going on. When a veteran isn't moved over into the VA section of a hospital, yet people that come in there with private health care are released in like 3 days, and any of us who have Medicaid, Medicare, VA, gold mine, they hold us as long as possible, make up shit and put in our records. I'm thankful for the one decent nurse there that actually let me know, hey, she's about to Baker Act you. I had to find a friend to like stand in for me. So-called friend was convinced by that evil fucking bitch that Dr. Din, that I was bipolar, and my friend actually fell for that shit. And because of her, I was stuck there 3 more days than I should have. Forgiveness is important, and I'm going to forgive in my heart, but I will never talk to Amanda again. What she did to me was the cruelest thing ever. That's not a real friend. I actually had to count on my ex-husband to be my rep. And, honestly, my ex-husband made mistakes. We both made mistakes in our marriage, but you know what? He was there for me, like, better than any friend, better than any extended family member, when I fell apart. So props to him, honestly. So there's something really wrong in Florida with healthcare. Like, they are doing insurance fraud like crazy, and I have unfortunately been at the butt of 2 different incidences. But I would say Tampa Behavioral, they need to go in and take the licenses from Dr. Khan and Dr. Din and put those 2 in jail for life for the abuse of the patients, for the way that they're doing things there is evil. And you know how many people called 911 or tried to get a hold of the local police? The police don't give a fuck either, because again, we've got more corrupt cops in Florida. It isn't just, let's see, what county was that? I don't even remember what county. Pinellas Park obviously is corrupt. Tampa actually was pretty good. I talked to some of the cops there. Even they know the Pinellas Park cops are corrupt. It was whatever town, like North Tampa Behavioral is in. Those cops, they never came to rescue any of us. Anyway, I got to cut this short because it's about to cut off, and then I won't be able to upload it. I don't even know if I mentioned everything I tried to in the first one, or if I did twice. Sorry. Anyway, have a good day.